Chun, are you stupid? Who leaves Zhai Yiying alone? Zhai Yiying is quietly taking over, and we can't look away. Zhai Yiying may not have set out to dominate the short drama scene, but lately, she's on fire. Teaming up with rising heartthrob Chun, she's delivered back-to-back performances that feel like watching sparks fly in slow motion, intense, unpredictable, and utterly nostalgic, like the sound of an old popcorn machine crackling to life. For years, fans had one name in mind when thinking of Chun's perfect on-screen partner, Yiying. Their chemistry in Such a Good Girl was the kind that left viewers gritting their teeth, torn between squeals and sighs. They looked like a match straight out of a traditional New Year's painting, flawless, iconic, untouchable. But then came Zhai Yiying with her natural charisma and a mischievous glint in her eyes. Zhai didn't try to replace anyone, she simply belonged. Her banter with Chun is sharp, their eye contact lingers just a second too long, and suddenly, audiences began to wonder, is this the new golden pair? What makes Zhai stand out isn't just her screen presence. It's the way she blends humor with heartache, charm with sincerity. One moment you're laughing at her deadpan delivery, the next you're blinking back unexpected tears. She's not the girl who storms in. She's the one who makes you stay, and maybe that's why, after watching her, you don't just walk away entertained, you walk away wondering when you last saw someone make chemistry look this effortless. Zhai Yiying and Chun, the CP we didn't know we needed. Then came Zhai Yiying and suddenly, the script flipped. She's nothing like Yiying, the classic good girl archetype who once ruled the screen alongside Chun. No, Zhai is loud, carefree, and refreshingly unfiltered. On set, she's more like a tomboy sidekick than a demure heroine, tossing playful jabs, cracking jokes, chasing Chun around like they're in a schoolyard brawl rather than a drama shoot. Some critics scoffed, are these two even adults? They act like grade schoolers, but maybe that's the charm. While modern dramas often drown in syrupy stares and overly polished romance, Zhai and K bring something rare, a bond that feels real. Their chemistry isn't manufactured through rehearsed lines or camera angles. It's chaotic, messy, and full of laughter. And viewers? They're loving every minute of it. Here's the kicker, this CP magic doesn't end when the director yells cut. Unlike Chun and Yiying, whose chemistry mostly lived within scripted scenes, Zhai and K seem just as connected off-screen. Their behind-the-scenes banter feels less like co-stars, more like childhood friends who grew up playing tag and now happen to make dramas together. Their energy isn't forced, it's familiar. Comforting, even. And in an age of hyper-curated celebrity personas, this duo feels like a breath of fresh air. So maybe that's the secret. Zhai Yiying didn't come to be the next anyone, she came to be the unexpected, someone who reminds us that sometimes, the best kind of love story, starts with a punchline. Who's the real perfect match for Chun? Depends on your taste buds. If screen chemistry were a plate of dumplings, Yiying and Chun would be the classic three delicacy filling, safe, familiar, universally loved. Their pairing is smooth and polished, the kind of couple you bring home to meet your parents. No surprises, just comfort. But Zhai Yiying and Chun? That's a whole different flavor. Think chive and egg. Bold, punchy, a little divisive. If you love it, you really love it. If you don't, well, you might be holding your nose. So who's the better fit for Chun? That's like asking if tofu pudding should be sweet or savory. There's no right answer, only personal preference. Some audiences swear by the gentle elegance of Yiying. Others are completely hooked on Zhai Yiying's chaotic charm. And honestly, both sides have a point, because CP chemistry isn't a science. It's a vibe. When it clicks, the glances linger, the jokes land, and suddenly you're rooting for them like it's your own love story. But when it doesn't, everything feels just a little off. So maybe the real magic isn't about who fits the mold best. It's about who breaks it just right. And whether you're Team 3 Delicacy or Team Chive and Egg, one thing's for sure, Chun's co-star game has never been more deliciously complicated. Zhai Yiying, the unlikely star who's cooking up something special. Zhai Yiying may not be the kind of beauty who turns heads at first glance, but give her a moment, and you'll find it hard to look away. She's not dazzling in a textbook way. Instead, she's the kind of pretty that grows on you, Like a familiar melody you didn't realize you loved until you caught yourself humming it. What makes her shine isn't just her face, it's her vibe. Straightforward, carefree, and refreshingly real, Zhai walks through the glittery maze of showbiz with her own compass. No pretense, no drama, just Zhai being Zhai. And in an industry full of filters, that kind of authenticity is rare enough to feel like a rebellion. But don't let the laid-back attitude fool you. This girl can act. She's not from a prestigious acting academy, yet when she steps in front of the camera, you'd never know it. Her roles are like well-seasoned dishes, each one with a distinct flavor, none tasting quite like the last. She's not just repeating a recipe. She's inventing her own. If acting were cooking, Zhai Yiying would be the kind of chef who turns everyday ingredients into something unexpectedly delicious. Same script, same setup, but in her hands, it becomes something new. Something you remember. She's not here to be the flashiest in the room. She's here to leave a taste you won't forget. And judging by how many people are coming back for seconds, it's safe to say Zhai's secret recipe is working. Zhai Yiying, not just luck, she's built to last. Some say Zhai Yiying's rise is all about timing, that she just happened to catch the short drama wave at the right moment. But that's only half the truth. Yes, luck helps. But let's be clear, luck alone doesn't carry you for long. Especially not in this business, because when the spotlight hits, it doesn't just flatter, it exposes. And what it's revealed in Zhai is simple: talent, grit, and a work ethic that doesn't chase trends, it builds foundation. She doesn't rely on scandals or viral gimmicks. She doesn't make noise for the sake of attention. Instead, she shows up, role after role, and lets her performances speak louder than any headline. It's not flashy. It's not loud. But it works. Think of it like building a house. You can paint it bright, stack it tall, make it shiny. But if the foundation's weak, it'll collapse at the first storm. Zhai Yiying? She's laying bricks while others are chasing balloons. Her path isn't built on hype, it's built on hours of hard work, quiet consistency, and the kind of inner steel that doesn't need to be shouted from rooftops. That's why, while some stars burn fast and fade quicker, Zhai is growing stronger with every project. She didn't just ride a wave, she's anchoring herself in the industry. And if she keeps building like this, she won't just be a moment. She'll be a legacy. Zhai Yiying, the flute player in a noisy marketplace. In today's entertainment world, it's hard to tell what's real. Scandals come and go. Publicity stunts blur into reality shows. Rumors swirl faster than facts. Amid all the noise, authenticity has become a rare currency, and that's exactly why Zhai Yiying stands out. While others chase headlines, she chooses silence. While some build buzz, she builds characters. No drama, no antics, just honest acting, project after project. She's like a flute player in the middle of a chaotic marketplace. At first, you barely notice. But then, something shifts. A single, clear note rises above the noise, pure, focused, unexpected. You stop. You listen. And suddenly, you want more. That's Zhai Yiying. She doesn't demand attention, she earns it. Her performances don't scream, they whisper. And somehow, in a world obsessed with the next big thing, that whisper carries farther than the loudest shout. She reminds us that quiet strength still has a place. That in a world full of glitter, sometimes it's the steady glow that warms you most. So if you've ever felt exhausted by the noise, by the hype, the gossip, the performative personas, Zhai Yiying might be exactly the breath of calm you didn't know you needed. And that soft, persistent melody she plays, it's not fading anytime soon. Zhai Yiying, a quiet force in a loud world. In an era where speed trumps sincerity and flash often outweighs substance, authenticity has become a rare treasure. And perhaps that's why Zhai Yiying's rise feels not just refreshing but necessary. She doesn't shout to be seen. She doesn't chase the spotlight. Instead, she walks her path steadily, honestly, with a kind of quiet grace that's becoming all too rare in today's entertainment landscape. Zhai is like a breath of fresh air, a gentle breeze that clears away the noise, the hype, the constant race to be louder, bolder, more dramatic. With every role, she reminds audiences of something simple but powerful: real emotion still matters. Real people still resonate. She's not trying to be a sensation. She's trying to be sincere. To some, she's a breeze. To others, a light. In a crowded room full of neon signs, Zhai is the steady lamp in the corner, unassuming, but warm. She doesn't promise instant fireworks, but she offers something far more lasting: calm, clarity, and a quiet kind of hope. The road ahead is still long, but Zhai Yiying seems in no rush, and maybe that's the most radical thing of all, choosing to walk when everyone else is running. So, what do you think of Zhai's performances so far? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and share to support this rising star, because her best chapters are just beginning.